friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about habits that are going to help you for this new year, 2025. We are 15 days into 2025. Let's go make it happen. So these habits will help you have the best year yet. Now, if you're new here, I'm Benjamin Catesook. I currently work a regular 9 to 5 job in IT at the moment, but I'm striving to eventually step away from that. And over the past couple of years, I've been going through a personal development journey of growth, just trying to figure out how to live a more balanced, fulfilled, productive life where I can be happy and content with what I'm doing. You know how it is. Constant deadlines, loads of screen time, and always feeling like there's not enough time in a day to get everything done or even do stuff for yourself. It can get overwhelming pretty fast, and the work that you do might not be appreciated and recognized. But through trial and error, I've discovered some habits that have really helped me transform my mindset and my attitude towards things, along with increasing my production levels and also my energy levels across the day. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 habits that have absolutely changed my life. And heads up, these aren't quick fixes to your life or even life hacks. These take time to develop. These are sustainable practices that would take consistency, time, and effort to actually develop until it does become second nature to you. But when done consistently enough, these will move the needle for you in terms of your personal growth. So if you're someone who is looking to level up in your life, whether it's in your career or in your personal life or even just feeling more in control every single day, stick around and stay tuned. Let's dive in. So the first habit is just about how you start your day. I used to roll out of bed, check my phone immediately, and just dive straight into work mode and just productivity. Does that sound familiar to you? But what I learned is that how you start your day sets a tone for your entire day. I generally take about 10 to 15 minutes every morning just to set an intention, remind me of my why, remind me of the goals that I'm working towards. Sometimes journaling, sometimes meditating, sometimes even just quietly sitting there and just reflecting on what's happened recently, where I'm heading, and what sort of adjustments I need to make in my everyday life that's going to help streamline the process towards where I want to go. This tiny habit has helped me stay more focused towards what I really want to work towards and become less reactive throughout the day, no matter what gets thrown at me. So if you're always feeling like your days run too quickly, or if your days are controlling you and running you instead of you running your day, just try to start your day with a simple intention setting ritual, whether it's journaling, whether it's sitting there thinking about your why. But set some time away to intentionally do that. It doesn't have to be complicated, but trust me when I say it makes a whole world of difference. Habit 2 is prioritizing deep work. So the second habit is prioritizing deep work, and in a field like IT where I work at the moment, or any job really, it's so easy to get caught up in shallow, small, insignificant tasks, especially when there are multiple people coming at you with different tasks that might not be as significant as other tasks that you are meant to be working on. These can include certain emails, certain messages through Teams, meetings, you name it. But if you really want to make real progress on stuff, you have to block out certain times where you do deep work, and that deep work means that you are not disturbed over that certain period of time as well. For me, it is something that I'm starting more recently, but time blocking like half an hour or even an hour or up to 90 minutes, depending on what sort of work you do and what sort of time constraints you generally have. Setting aside little blocks of time where you go into do not disturb mode, go on to out of office, or just stop replying to certain people for that period of time, just to focus in and actually do some deep work on what's actually going to move the needle. When I time block, I focus on 1 or 2 tasks that are significant and will move the needle the most, and prioritize that over many other little tasks that I need to do, then even if this is the only task that I can get done across the day, I feel more accomplished for that day. And the more accomplished I feel at the end of the day, it's going to slowly build that momentum up every single day. And that momentum turns into more productive time and more energy and motivation towards completing tasks. If you haven't tried it before, start small. So maybe set aside 15 minutes or 30 minutes if you do feel like you can do it, and just block out that time and work on one important task. You would be surprised how much more productive you can actually be with no distractions, not trying to spread yourself thin across multiple tasks and trying to constantly switch between different tasks. So give it a shot. So habit 3 is move your body daily. I know this is heavily preached upon, this is constantly fed into a lot of personal growth videos, but moving your body daily is crucial for the longevity of your life and then also your energy levels. It's an absolute game changer, especially when you work like an office job in IT like myself. Even though there are certain days that I am moving around a lot, it's also easy to stay glued to your desk all day. For me, it doesn't have to be an intense workout, even just like a 15 to 20-minute walk during lunch or even while I'm working. Taking the extra steps, taking the stairs, or even choosing to park away from somewhere to get in some extra steps. Even that helps towards those sorts of energy levels and the fitness. The key here is consistency, moving your body daily, even in small ways, even after work, going for a walk after work or before work, or even doing mobility stretches, which I've been doing recently because I feel my body is getting a bit tight. Even all of these small things helps boost your mood, your energy levels, and your productivity, and can even lead to better focus. So habit number 4 is mindful consumption. And I don't just mean food. This applies to what you watch, what you read, what you listen to, and even the people that you spend the most time with. When I started to be more intentional about what I consumed, what I put into my mind, both in terms of media and information, I noticed a huge shift in my mental clarity. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media, I began choosing content that inspired me or helped me grow. The same goes for the people that I interact with and have close connections with. Surrounding yourself with positive influence and people who will uplift you can have a profound effect on your mindset. Limiting yourself from even watching the news, because the news is just full of negative media, because negative sells. Being mindful about what I feed into my mind, the audios that I listen to in terms of podcasts and even music that I listen to, what I read, the shows I watch, the movies I watch. It might seem extreme, but extreme is what makes you successful. So take a moment to take an audit of your daily consumptions from information, media, and food as well. Are they helping you become a better person, a better version of yourself, a better person that you want to be? Or are they just filling your time with nonsense or information that probably isn't helpful for you, or information that you won't even remember next week? This small shift can lead to massive long-term results and massive long-term benefits. So the 5th habit is reflect regularly. This is something that I started doing on a weekly basis now, and it has been a game changer as well. Reflection helps you understand whether what you are doing is working, what's not working, and reminds you to reflect on why you're doing certain things and why you're on this journey. Every weekend, I spend probably about half an hour to an hour just reflecting on my why I'm doing this, what I'm working towards, and also just reflecting what I've done over the last week and what I plan to do over the next week. While doing this, I focus on sort of the small wins that I've accomplished over that week, what I potentially could have done better, what improvements I could have applied, and what I want to focus on for the coming week, and what improvements I want to apply for the next week coming. It's a simple practice, but it keeps me aligned with what I want and keeps me aligned and focused on where I want to go, which also prevents me from drifting through life and then realizing 5 to 10 years from now that the last 5 or 10 years, I haven't really done anything towards creating the life that I want to live. If you're not already doing this, I highly recommend you get started. Give it a shot, because you don't want to get 5 years down the line or 5 years from today and realize that, you're in the same spot. You haven't grown internally or you haven't grown externally. And that is the one thing that really drives me. It's a nightmare that drives me, is being the same person 1 year from today. It doesn't have to be a big production. Just grab a notebook and just start writing down a few thoughts, a few reflections of your past week, a few little accomplishments that you've done, a few things you could have improved on, what didn't go your way, what didn't really work out, and what you could have done better in those sorts of situations. It could be from the way you communicated with your spouse, the way you communicated with a colleague, the way you reacted to a certain thing that happened at work. It could be anything, but just write something down. And finally, habit number 6 is celebrating small wins. When you're on your personal growth journey, it can be easy to focus on what you still need to do to close that gap to where you want to be. And it can be easy to focus on how far you have to go still. But make sure you take a moment to acknowledge how far you have come, acknowledge your progress that you've made, no matter how big or small it is. This can keep you motivated, will keep you focused, and will keep you feeling positive. Whether this is completing a task that you've been putting off for a while, or sticking to a habit for a couple days or even a week, celebrate it, recognize it. Recognize that you are progressing, and I constantly say this in my videos, but it's progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. Recognizing these sorts of moments helps you build momentum and reinforces the idea that you're making progress. So don't wait for big milestones to start to celebrate or feel good about your progress. Celebrate the small wins that you've had. Celebrate along the way, all the little achievements, all the little milestones you've hit. You'll definitely find it much easier to keep going if you keep celebrating those small wins. So don't forget to focus on how far you've come. And there you have it, 6 habits to make 2025 your year and your best year yet. If you did find this video helpful, don't forget to check out these videos as well. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. It really does help this channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, and I'm going to keep bringing out consistent content on personal growth, mindset, and productivity to help you throughout this year. My name's been Benjamin Katesuk. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, go make it happen, let's go.